I want to say hello to everyone out in St. Lucie County as you're watching this particular political opportunity that's being afforded to you through SLC TV. When I was on the Board of County Commissioners, and as someone who was a former chairman of the Board of County Commissioners, we faced many challenges. But before I even got on the board, I was in an interview in the same building and asked a question, what would you like to accomplish in your first term? And I stated, I would like to see the port and airport have success, and I would also like to see basically camaraderie on both sides of the county where the cities in the county is working together. And they said that would never happen. Well, to my amazement and to their dismay, whoever said it, we've been able to do a great amount of work with the cities from St. Lucie County. Interlocal agreement with solid waste with the city of Port St. Lucie, port master plan, and also capital improvements to the port area, courtesy of working with the city of Fort Pierce. And we've been able to just nestle that in many other opportunities that the cities in the county working together. So I look at those things and I say, that was leadership at its best. And not only that, we were able to bring money back for the airport, and every hangar was leased by a client for the county to obtain revenue. And also the port action is going on now. So I believe with the things that I was able to accomplish as county commissioner, I can help the current leaders that we have today in our city managers, in our county administrator, and our mayors get the vision that they see across the finish line by sending me to Tallahassee. Well, when you look at this situation, it's kind of twofold. You want parents to be a part of the decision process, but you also have board members in place to ensure that they hear the voice of the parents and the voice of the community. I think it's a great system that we have set up now. I think the board does a great job working together, and they get a feel for the community, and they get a feel for how the education system works. And so they have to take all these things under consideration. I would entrust that commitment to the board locally to make those decisions. It's very simple. Governor Scott, a couple of years back, had an opportunity to receive federal funds that would allow over 1 million people to receive medical services and attention. He refused that money, unfortunately. And I'm not one to point the fingers to say this person did this and this person did that, but we have over 2.5 million people in the state of Florida who are uninsured. And so we need to make sure that they have services. I looked at a situation, and I like doing my research, but there's a county in the state of Washington, and it's called King County. They took on Medicaid expansion, and their emergency room visits went down in the first quarter by 30%. Then they turned around in their second quarter, it went down by 70%. When the patient or the citizen doesn't have the ability to pay when they go to the emergency room, some of that cost falls on the county. And a lot of times people don't know that local government have to assist up to a point. Another part of that is when no one pays, the potential of layoff start happening at the hospital. And so all these things have to be taken under consideration when we think about and when we talk about Medicaid expansion, and we do need Medicaid expansion. So I would say, for the grace of God, we need to make sure that we expand Medicaid. I have a mother that's about 69 years old and almost 70 years old, and she had a terrible fall the other day, busting her head and needing stitches. How many other people have to deal with that type of situation without Medicaid or medical help or attention? Let's get it done. We'll get it done in Tallahassee. When it comes to guns, it's very simple. Anytime you have an assault weapon, a gun that you pull the trigger once and it sprays multiple bullets, that's not a good situation for life or limb. And so when we look at it from life or limb type situation, no one wants to lose their life. No one wants to lose their limb. And so I would definitely support the banning of assault weapons. And I do believe we need universal background checks. And not only universal background checks, but we also need mental health screenings. Because if we don't get mental health screenings is like the screenings is really like the foundation of the house. If you don't have that screening in place, you really can't tell what that person makeup and mindset is going to be like in the long run. And so it's the foundation, the same way we're building the house. If you don't have that foundation to lean on, then you won't know how sturdy or strong standing the house will be. And so I think if we understand the person's mental capacity first, and we also get them to do universal background checks second, and we also ban assault weapons third, I think we would find ourselves in a better situation than we are today. And by the way, I was in Tallahassee when members from Parkland and Douglas, the school that experienced quite a bit of issues with their school and those shooting deaths. And it wasn't a pretty sight. My heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to our community. And I love St. Lucie County. Let's just make what we see better by evaluating and understanding what went wrong so we can make what went wrong better in the future. I want to be your choice and your voice in Tallahassee. My commitment and issues that I'm committed to is I want to work on the environment. I think it's very important that we get a temporary bill passed with water farming that's going to allow water to be cleaned and stored before cleaning so it can mitigate some of the issues of algae blooms that we have in our county. I also want to increase the salaries of the teachers and increase minimum wage, and also create an opportunity for moving away from standardized tests to a standard commitment in the classroom and making sure that teachers have what they need, students have what they need, and we understand through their success in the classroom and relationships in the classroom that our teachers are going to be successful and they'll receive a standard education in the classroom instead of more commitment to standardized tests. And I also want affordable housing for new teachers, for new police officers, and for veterans, and others as well who are making minimum wage. We definitely need homes for families because having a home is an American dream. With that being said, I believe I have the experience. Chairman of the Board of County Commissioners, Chairman of the Fire District, Chairman of the Policy Committee for the Finance and Tax Committee for the Florida Association of Counties, working on policy, either accepting it or rejecting it. Also, great working relationship with the great Mayor of the City of Fort Pierce, Linda Hudson, great Mayor of the City of Port St. Lucie, Mayor Orvac, and we work side by side. As a matter of fact, we were able to get $126 million back to this county from Tallahassee. And last but not least, we get results. The Mets was a great result that we got as I was a part of that process of renegotiating them staying here. So we've done a lot and we still can do a lot. Allow me to go to Tallahassee for you. Please visit www.kim484.com. That's KIMFOR, the number 84.com. I am your voice and I need to be your choice. Send me to Tallahassee. I'll fight for you.